Nick Palmer with PR Equipment here in Kearns, Texas. Today we're actually out in the shop talking about the 1800M series tractor from Massey Ferguson. So the 1800M is designed to be a little bit larger tractor for those rural-minded customers, maybe 5 to 20 acres, similar to what the 1800E series tractor would be, but this is going to give you a little bit larger chassis size, a little bit larger capacities, and some really nice features that are going to make this a real premium tractor. So with the 1835M and the 1840M, we have an open station and a cab version tractor. So you can get this in a cab, and it is a very nice cab. Obviously heat and air is included. You can get this in a cab, or you can also get this in an open station, just depending on what your needs and your wants are. Both of these tractors are going to feature the 1.8 liter turbo diesel. So it is a 3-cylinder turbo diesel engine, 1.8 liter. It's rated at 2,600 RPMs. That may not mean much to you, but there's a lot of tractors out there that are rated at significantly higher RPMs, so it's going to be a little louder. It's also it just doesn't feel, like I say, it's just running that engine a little faster than I like. So rated at 2,600 RPMs is nice. It's a little lower than some of the other industries, and then also having that turbocharged is going to give you a little bit more power to the ground. So as we move back, it does come in 2 transmission options, just depending on what you like. There's a 12x12 power shuttle that consists of 3 ranges and 4 speeds. It is synchronized. It also has the power shuttle, which what that means to you is no clutching between forward and reverse. So especially important in those loader applications. So let's say we're feeding cows, we're moving some hay, and we need to shuttle back and forth quickly. Maybe we're bringing it off a trailer or like stacking it in the barn. We want to go pretty quick. And so this transmission is going to allow us to shift back and forth with just a flick of the lever. It's also a wet clutch, and what that means to you is less maintenance. Anytime you have a dry clutch, there is more, you are going to burn the clutch out over time. With a wet clutch, you're not going to see those issues. So it is a nice feature. This particular model happens to have the 3-range hydrostat. So you've got a low, medium, and high speed with infinitely variable, hydrostatic control of the transmission in between those speeds. When you do select the hydrostat, you also get some really nice features as far as how we can tune that transmission to exactly what you're looking for. As we move to the back, so this tractor, when we do select the hydrostat and the cab, we do get 1 remote come standard. We're gonna get 12.6 gallons a minute out of this. So we get pretty darn good flow, and that flow is also really gonna help with the speed of the loader operation. So that makes it real nice. The PTO, while it is a standard 546 line PTO, we also have soft start on this. So if maybe you've got a 6-foot shredder or something like that, and that soft start's gonna help that kick on just a little slower, so it's not hitting that implement quite so hard during engagement. So that's a really nice feature. A couple things back here I also like, these telescopic ball ends. If you've been hooking up 3-point implements, you know how much just that 3 inches of movement or whatever that is gonna help you. So that's a really nice feature, although a lot of times nowadays we're seeing people really migrate towards a quick hitch for no more money than it costs. But if you're hooking up anything by hand, having that just a couple inches of movement makes all the difference in the world. So on the 1840 and 1835M tractors, we're going to equip that with an FL 2611 loader. So the FL is a new series of loader from Massey Ferguson, designed to give you a little more lift capacity and just be a little bit cleaner of a loader build. We route the hoses on the right side through the loader frame. But what's really impressive about this is 1,870 pounds of lift capacity on a 35 horsepower tractor. So that's a great lift capacity. It's going to allow us to move those round bales, even some of the heavier ones, 4x6 bales, and even maybe a little larger than that. But that's going to allow us to really move some round bales pretty easily. One thing that's imperative to have on this size of tractor is we do have skid steer quick attach. No matter what tractor you buy, it's important to look for that. That skid steer quick attach means a lot of things, but what it means for us is obviously ease of being able to switch your implements off your front really, really quickly, but it also means a lot of interchangeability. So interchangeability makes it easier for you to find implements to put on the front, say, hay spears and pallet forks and grapples and things of that nature. It makes it really easy to find those. It also means they're going to be a little cheaper because they are so widely used. So having that skid steer quick attach on the front is very important. So let's take a look at the cab. So inside this cab, being a 35 horsepower tractor, it is a very spacious cab for that size of tractor. We also get quite a bit of room here for our feet, and it's a fairly flat platform, so it's got pretty good ease of operation as far as getting in and out. I talked a little bit about this with the transmission. So the controls on these tractors, and really all of Massey tractors, are going to be color coordinated. So once again, our orange has to do with driving our tractor. So we have our low, medium, and high. So on here, it's actually snail, turtle, and rabbit, but low, medium, and high. We also have some really cool controls over the transmission because it is the hydrostat version. So one thing we can set is max speed. So what max speed means, and this being a twin pedal hydrostat, when I push that forward pedal down, I can set just what that top end looks like. So maybe for my application, which could be rototilling or spraying or whatnot, I want to go 4 miles an hour, and that's all I want to go. I can set that max speed right where I want it, and then when I come back into that turn row and head back down through the field, I just mash that pedal and it goes right back to the exact same speed. The other thing we got is the response control. So, some folks have complained, in the past about maybe how jerky a hydrostat operation can be, and that's what this is designed to overcome, is give you some control over just how quickly it accelerates and decelerates that transmission. So maybe it coasts a little bit as opposed to, maybe jerking you more than you'd like. So having that ability is really nice as well. It just lets it kind of tune it to what you're looking for in a hydrostat transmission. And one last thing, so we also have cruise control. And cruise control is really important with a hydrostat transmission, is so when you take out across the field and you're shredding, you don't want to be holding your foot pedal here the whole time. So we got cruise control, which is going to allow you to go ahead and set that and keep maintaining that speed across the field. So that's a really, really slick deal. It is selectable 4-wheel drive. All of them are. We don't offer this tractor in 2-wheel drive for a lot of reasons, but you want 4-wheel drive. Coming back, we talked a little bit about the color coordination, and so yellow has to do with PTO. It's going to shift our PTO into gear, and then we're going to have a knob up here that's actually going to engage that. And as we talked about on the back, remember that's a soft start engagement. So we're not just going to hammer it on. We're going to slowly engage that PTO to where we're not hitting our implements quite so hard. We're not pulling the tractor down quite so sharply. So that's a really nice feature. It does have a 2-pedal brake. You don't always see that on hydrostat versions of tractors. They don't always offer that simply because you're probably not utilizing this a whole lot. But it is nice to have the ability to disconnect those brakes in case you are doing, maybe hard tillage work and you need to whip that tractor around quickly. We also have the telescopic steering wheel, which makes that really nice. Obviously a park brake. A differential lock is the pedal that's right here, so that's kind of nice. As far as 3-point controls go, we have the ability to change the speed of the 3-point and also the position of the 3-point. And so that's really conveniently located. And if you've got your armrest down here, it puts it in a really nice place for your 3-point. So moving on to the loader operations, this is really where it's nice. On our premium tractors, we're going to integrate that loader control into this right side console, and it's easier to get to. It's just more user friendly. It's right here at your fingertips, so you're not reaching forward to do that, and so that's a really nice feature. And then finally over here on this, well, actually there's 2 things to talk about on the right side. So one thing is a throttle. I like the throttle there. They used to put it up on the dash, and that was okay too, but for some reason I really like this throttle. I think it kind of reminds me of the bigger tractors. So they put that throttle in this right-hand console. I really appreciate where that is. And finally, you do have your controls for your rear remote. So those are handy as well. Up on top, we've got our controls for the air conditioning. We got our controls for the front and rear wiper. So we have both of those, as well as both of them have the washer fluid as well. Forward and reverse floodlights. So on a cab tractor, you're going to have a few more lights. So we're going to have the roof lights, the post lights, the hood lights, all pointing forward, as well as some rear lights pointing in reverse. So both sides of the cab is a door, so you can get out either side. There's also a bunch of windows. Every window in this cab opens up. That makes it really nice, on a hot day, if you're sitting still, or if you just want to let some air in, or you need to get in here for something, you're able to really kind of just let plenty of air in here, or access whatever you need to. And finally, I should talk about the seat. This is a super spongy seat. It is spring loaded. It's got several controls for the tilt of the back, and of course you can slide the whole seat forward or reverse if you need to go one direction or the other. And of course you can adjust the suspension on it, so that makes for a really comfortable ride as well. So overall, this is just a really clean and well thought out cab that I think you'd really appreciate. So finally, a couple more features that maybe you don't think about all the time is ground level fueling, which is a really nice feature. It allows you, most of these tractors are going to be filled by, 5-gallon buckets and things like that. You're able to access that from right here and not have to try to put that in over the loader or anything like that. One last thing, I really like it. I know it's not as important to everybody, but if you trailer your tractor, I think you'll appreciate it, is we have a tie down point on both sides of this tractor. That really makes it easy and quick. So if you're trying to trailer this to a hunting camp or to your buddy's house, you can quickly get on and you have a real solid point to tie that down to. That just makes it, to me, that makes it really nice. You're not hunting for a solid point to tie this tractor to. So y'all, if you're looking for a tractor in this size category, maybe you need to feed a few cows, maybe you're just shredding or maintaining your place, or maybe it is for a hunting camp, this might be a really good tractor to check out. It's got impressive specs, impressive features, and it's a Massey Ferguson. So come check them out. Come take one for a drive. Come see me out at PR Equipment and we'll get you set up. Thanks.